brother, man. Can you find the man? Can you tag the man from the 3-point arc? Make it rain like Noah's Ark. Hey, what's popping with you guys? Dang it! Oh, let me hit the Jello the HTT's boot that dang on time. Don't worry, I'm sitting in front of my house. I have not gone anywhere. Gosh dang it! Don't you just love being in quarantine? We've been trapped in our homes for a month now, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am starting to lose it. I am starting to lose it. Gosh dang it! And I'm about 2 days from just running outside, future style, mask off, say, "Hey yo, you gotta take me." All jokes. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I'm just in my car because I have to get out of the house. And even though I'm not going anywhere, I'm just sitting in my car because I need a different area to be in. But that's neither here nor there. Before this video officially starts, I would just like to say that along with being frustrated with being inside of my home for this long, not being able to do anything, gosh dang it, I'm about this close. The Knicks are pushing me like this close to just like dropping out of school. I'm like this close, dropping out of school, dropping off the main channel and just becoming a full-time R&B singer because the Knicks are frustrating me. Even when we're not playing, they find new ways to frustrate me. So don't be surprised if y'all just extra see me on TV and say, "And I know she'll be the death." Like, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, gosh dang it. I'm gonna do it. She told me to worry. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm insane. Listen, fellas and Michelle and Naomi and the whole squad, listen. Let's start this video off by saying, don't nobody want Chris Paul. Don't nobody want Chris Paul. Not only is that man's contract insane, but that man's like, what, 45? Like, I don't, like, it might as well get Melo. Like, I don't understand that type of mentality. You know, we'll get Chris Paul, and then we'll hear all this crap about, oh, he's taking minutes from Frank. We need a young guy. I don't know where this type of stuff comes from, so let me just start by saying, don't nobody want Chris Paul. These reporters are bored. Ignore them. Don't nobody want Chris Paul. Now that that's out the way, let's continue the shenanigans. It's time for tea time. We talking about fact that Leon Rose and the crew, which is awfully odd that we have to name them when we are referring to the Knicks management. I'm really used to saying Steve Mills, but you know. Leon Rose and the crew, which he has a crew. He has acquired quite the team. We're not going to go into all the people he hired because it just doesn't matter, to be quite honest with you. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Like, all these random people that... What is this? Is that a chip? Sorry. All these random people that he's acquiring, I don't feel like it matters. I'm looking at the team. I'm kind of done with focusing on management, but this one was kind of a bigger deal. Leon Rose has decided to keep on Scott Perry, but I've heard it's because they've had a previous relationship, so shout out to Scott Perry. I've always kind of liked Scott Perry, but Steve Mills was cool people too. He gave really firm handshakes. I mean, I almost lost old Lefty, but that's neither here nor there. But I mean, he seemed like a cool guy. I don't know how good at his job he was. Like, I don't know how I felt about Scott Perry going. I don't know how not Scott Perry, sorry, Steve Mills. I don't know how I felt about them letting go of Steve Mills, because as a person, Steve Mills seemed like cool people. He made some questionable coaching picks, but outside of that, I thought he was doing a good job building around the team. Again, very questionable trades here and there, but, you know, it wasn't all bad. Maybe that's just hindsight. I don't know. But now that he's gone, I was just assuming they were going to clean house. But they decided to keep Scott Perry. Now, again, they had a previous relationship from something. I'm not sure. So maybe that's why he's going to stay, because they homies and such. So at least part of the people involved with building our future is going to be there, because I was not down for another rebuild. So at least we have someone there who's aware of the reasons why we drafted a Mitchell Robinson. The reason why we drafted a Kevin Knox, the reason why we signed Trier. Like, I'm glad we have someone there that understands the culture of the team, and we're not just burning everything down and starting from scratch. Because when you think about it, people with tenure as far as the organization, not including Dolan, who else is really still there? So you don't want to have an entire culture change, a new identity with a bunch of young players who are like, think about poor Dotson and Frank. I mean, they've been there the longest, which is wild to think about. But if we had another coaching, management culture change, how do they feel? Like, they never know, like, what they're walking into anymore. You know what I mean? So hopefully what we're building is something that's going to remain. And we've talked about this pretty consistently. I feel like I've been keeping the same energy, but even with like a Julius Randle and stuff like that, I mean, as long as you're keeping the same general team, with the exception of a couple bums, like a Mo Harkless, if you want to let him go, who cares? He's not really part of the chemistry. But like, as long as you keep the general core, and I feel really nasty that I'm including Julius Randle in that, but y'all signed him to that big old contract, you might as well just keep trying. I guess, as long as you keep the Dotsons and the Franks and Mitchell, Knox, Trier. I don't know if Dennis Smith Jr. counts as our young core, but I'm going to throw him in there anyway. Give him a chance. You re-signed him for a reason. Give that man a chance. As long as you keep... is anyone else who should definitely stay? I like Peyton, but, I mean, I'm not going to, argue if y'all don't like him for some reason. I don't know why you don't. I still don't understand why you don't. I don't know what he did wrong. This feels a lot like the Derrick Rose thing again. Not saying that Elfrid Payton is on a level of a Derrick Rose, but it kind of feels like the Trey Burke thing. I'm noticing a trend of y'all not liking the point guards that we grab when sometimes they turn out to be pretty decent, but that's not here or there. Feels like the Fountain thing. Y'all wasn't messing with Fountain, now, hindsight, quarantine, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but that's not a hint of there. So, I mean, I'm not going to put Peyton in the, essential Knicks workers category, but, I mean, I'd keep him, but I guess he's not really a part of the core. Like, everyone else, I guess, can kind of go, oh, yeah, Iggy. Iggy Wooten's not really on the team, but I guess you keep him too. Is Lamar Peters with us, or is that exclusively G League? Kadeem Allen. But outside of that, I mean, if they want to start flipping people, I mean, go ahead. I don't really think it's going to bother the team chemistry. Like, if Bobby Portis doesn't come back, I don't think anyone's going to be upset about that. I mean, he might not like it, but, who asked him? You signed all these dudes to these one-year deals for a reason, especially with having a second-year option. So, outside of the core, do what you got to do to improve the team. Or just come back with the exact same team and try to build up some chemistry, especially since... I mean, after all this foolishness with quarantine and such, and, folks dropping, you might as well have a family-like atmosphere and try again, especially with the same head coach, and who knows what's going to happen with coaching. But at least Scott Perry's going to be there. So someone who has the general vision from 2 years of tanking is still going to be there. So it won't be a completely different plan. Because what a lot of people aren't thinking about is we're going to be on that Chicago Bulls. If we go in with a completely different plan, that means the rebuild has started over. That's a reset. It's not, now it's over to phase 2. No, that's a reset. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Kind of got off to rambling a little bit, but I feel like I haven't talked about the Knicks in a minute. I feel like I'm way more active on my other channels at this point. And 7th Bomb Plus, but that's not here there. And shout out to all the homies on 7th Bomb Plus, but that's not here there. Well, I'll see you later. If you subscribe to me on my other channels, you already know I'm gonna be there. You feel me? Tomorrow, doing a little lock-up date. Gosh dang it, I think it's 11 months, 10 months, I don't even know. 3rd channel, the music, you feel me? And 7th Bomb Plus, new Lil Wayne video tomorrow, and another Knicks video of some kind tomorrow. One of my neighbors is like tossing the jive out of this tennis ball, and I'm I'm just concerned it's about to go through my windshield. Maybe I should go back inside. Anyway, see y'all later. If you're as bored as me, leave a penguin emoji in the comments.